Hello VC, I'm back. This is my new 2021 vinyl tag video. I did the 2020 quarantine edition vinyl tag this past year, and since then I haven't really done much as far as posting videos online. I did an unboxing video once. Didn't get very far, and I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever, just wait for the new vinyl tag to come out. So anyway, this was the 2021 edition that was put up by Andrew at Tales from the Crate. And in case anyone doesn't know vinyl tag, this is basically a list of 20 questions that somebody in the VC will put up and generate some conversation about your record buying habits and your musical tastes, and it's a way to get to know the person as well too. So like in my last video, my quarantine vinyl tag, I had to insert a few CDs into my video just because my record collection is still fairly modest. I'm still collecting records, but I'm also mixing a lot of CDs in there too, so you're gonna see a few CDs in here. So anyway, we'll get started here. And the first question is your 2020 discovery of something, a artist or a genre that you discovered in 2020. And here I have, I hope I get this pronunciation right, Pirpak. This is a sort of an avant-garde jazz group from Finland, and this is their self-titled album. This was originally released in the early 70s, I think around 73 or so, and it was released on Svart Records. It was re-released on Svart Records, which is where I ordered it from. This is most likely the only Pirpak record I'll get ever. But it's something I've just found out about this past year. So that's my selection for 2020 discovery. So all right. Next is a quarantine buy. Now, obviously, our record stores were shut down for a period of time. So I went to ordering stuff online. I went a little crazy ordering records online because I was, for obvious reasons. And my selection is My Dying Bride, and this is the latest album, The Ghost of Orion. This is a doom metal band. It's a double disc. Here it's got the lyrics inside. And this is I get this right here. This is the splatter record color variant. So yeah, The Ghost of Orion. Okay, next. Okay, a record that you want to find in 2021. So, there are a few records I would like to find on vinyl record. Some of them I have on cassette here. These are some of my old cassettes. One is Steeler. This was this was featuring a young Yngwie Malmsteen here. Also, you got Ron Keel on vocals. He went on to form the band Keel after this, and they had some minor success in the 80s. But this is my cassette copy, and I would like to find it on vinyl record. Another one that I hope to find is GTR. This features Steve Hackett and Steve Howe on guitar. This is self-titled, and another one I have here that I hope to find is David Coverdale. This was his first post Deep Purple recordings, and this is a double album cassette. This is the album Whitesnake and also North Winds. So these are a couple of records that I hope to find. I would like to kind of keep an eye out for. So, and there are others, but this is just a couple examples. All right. Okay. Next, a box set. Okay, so can't really see it here, but I have a couple box sets. I have a few box sets here. But something interesting I'll show you is a couple of these. Now, I pre-inherited these records, these box sets, from my father. Of course, he's still around. He's still kicking. He's hunkered down right now, waiting for the vaccine. But he's obviously getting along in years, and he told me to go ahead and go through his stuff and pick out what I want. So I decided to go through his records, and I found this. This is Reader's Digest collection of background moods, and this is obviously something from his generation, his age. It's basically old timers music. It's got this collection of records. It's got like 10 records on this one here. And I also picked out this one here. Popular music that will live forever. And this is, let's see, sorry, pull it out here. This one took a little bit of abuse here over the years. It's got a little bit of water damage and some, sorry, excuse me, a little klutzy here. And you can see us kids kind of got our hands on this. Wasn't me, I tell you. But on this one, you have like some Glenn Miller Orchestra and some other big band music. It's definitely old timers music. So, yeah, this is my box set pick here. Sorry, give me a second. I gotta fix. There. Okay. All right. So, next, a concept album. Okay, so. Yes. Tales from Topographic Oceans. I'm sure most of you know about this album. They were writing about some kind of Eastern philosophy, Eastern religion, but it's a double disc album, and each side, four sides, each side contains a single track. So you got like 15, 20 minutes or whatever per side. Yeah, so yes. Yes. Next. Okay, an album where an artist changed direction. Now, Okay, so I got a couple more box sets here, but this is not so much they changed direction, but it was a big change for them. This is Dream Theater, my favorite band. And basically, here I have the special edition collector's box set of Black Clouds and Silver Linings, and I did show this in my last video. And this is their next album, A Dramatic Turn of Events. Thing with this was the time period where the original drummer, Mike Portnoy, left the band. See, he was featured on this album. And then on this one here, they picked up their new drummer, Mike Mangini. And so it's definitely a transition for the band. Even though they're still Dream Theater, they didn't change their style, their format that much. But a lot of people, a lot of the fan base is, either or. They might be Club Mike Portnoy or Club Mangini. I think Mangini does a great job. He's a phenomenal drummer. So is Mike Portnoy. But that's my pick of an artist that changed direction. Okay, so. All right, next, a white label promo. Okay, so that is something I don't have. I don't have any white label promos, but I do have this. This is Jafria, their self-titled album. And here you have a promotional stamp on the cover. The label itself is their standard, MCA rainbow label, but it is a promotional copy, just not white label. So that's my so that's my answer for that. Okay, next. A compilation album. Now, so I have a couple of vinyl records that are single artist compilations, like greatest hits, but I thought I would try to do some multi-artist compilations. And I have here some CDs. And this is Time Life Music and their Guitar Rock collection, where you have some guitar-driven classic rock from the 70s mostly, and these are divided up by years, 2 years each. So I have, like, say on this one, I have 1970 71. I have American Woman. God, I can't see in this lighting. Truckin', 72 and 73. I have Reelin' in the Years. I have School's Out. So I have these here. These are my multi-artist compilations. All right. Album that tells a story, or an album that you have a story to tell on. So, so Dream Theater, they released their live album called Scenes from New York, and that album was initially released on September 11th, 2001. For obvious reasons, they recalled that album because of the artwork that they posted on there. However, I happened to snag a copy of the original artwork. See that? Now it's obvious why they had to pull this album to redo the artwork. But a few of the copies managed to get out, and I happened to grab one. So This is actually worth something now. It's like almost a collector's item now. I checked it out on Discogs. I'm not sure how much it's worth now, but yeah, it's you know, rare to find this these days, but I got it. So that's my story. Okay, an album that needs vinyl pressing. So there is this band, and I have their previous album. The band is called Semblant, and this is their last album, Lunar Manifesto. They released a new album this year called Obscura, but so far it's only been released on CD, and I'm waiting for them to release it on vinyl. So this band is a gothic metal band. They're comparable to Lacuna Coil. See, they have two singers, a female singer and a male singer, and they're from Brazil. They're a Brazilian band. So, Semblant, Obscura. That's what I'm waiting for on vinyl. All right, so I'm gonna pause this camera for a second. So give me just, okay, there we go. So sorry about that. My camera has a half-hour buffer size, video buffer size, so I wanted to kind of stop it for a second and then restart. So anyway, a common record and an uncommon record. So Metallica, whoop-de-doo, yay. Woohoo. Yeah, this is common record. An uncommon record I have here is Rush, and this is a live broadcast from the Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, Ohio, 7th of April, 1975. So I found this at a record fair before the whole thing shut down, and this was a FM broadcast recording, so you know the audio quality is not great, and this is obviously not on their official discography, but this was a recording that got recorded, a concert that got recorded. So you can still find this out there. I don't know how many copies of this were made, but it's a little less common than their official live records. So there you go. Okay, an EP, and I am going to go with Swallow the Sun, and this is called The Plague of Butterflies. This is another concept album, but it's only got 4 tracks on it. This particular copy is actually a double disc. It's got this kind of deep red marbled color. But the actual track listing, you've got 4 tracks here that consist of the official EP here, and then you have some demo recordings down here on the second disc. So this is my pick for an EP. So Swallow the Sun, The Plague of Butterflies. Okay, a girl group. Okay. This is what I got. This is Love Bites, and the album is Electric Pentagram. They are a all-female heavy metal band from Japan. They are pretty high energy. They are like a mix between Iron Maiden and Dragon Force, I guess I would compare them. So Yeah, yeah, Love Bites, and this once again, this is the picture of the band of the girls. Yep. So, okay. Next, oh, an album cover that you like. So, here's one that I like. This is the self-titled album from Aaliyah Stanbridge, or just Aaliyah. And this is actually a posthumous record that was just released this year. She actually passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. She was involved with the band Swallow the Sun. She did some background recording with them, some background vocals with them, and she also worked on some of the artwork. And she also was involved with Trees of Eternity, which is a side project band between her and Juha Raivio from Swallow the Sun. That album I showed off in my last video, so you can go and check that out if you like. But this copy here not only has the artwork here, but also has kind of a booklet packaging here. Shows several pictures of her. Sort of an homage to her talent. And this is a really good album. It's very, I mean, being that she's passed away, it's pretty special. It's I would describe this as it's a double disc album, and disc 1 has acoustic songs, her playing the acoustic guitar and singing just some demo recordings, and then disc 2 is electric, which has some ambient electronica style music. So yeah, Aaliyah. All right. Next, and the album that you listen to the most. Now, this question also came up in the quarantine tag video, where I showed one of my Dream Theater records. But to try to avoid repeating myself, I'm going to show another album that I got a lot of listens to in different formats. This is Fate's Warning, Perfect Symmetry. And this reissue just came out this past year. This came out through Metal Blade Records. It's got this kind of like a gray, slate gray marbled color. Excuse me. But I originally had it on cassette, and then it got re-released on CD. So this is one that I've given quite a few spins on. So okay, let's see. Next, an album that I had to get an OG copy of, and I have this here. The Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. Now, I'm not one to seek out OG copies, although, being that I'm buying a lot of new records, lately, obviously those are OG copies, right? Right? But as far as vintage records like this one here, I'm happy to get the original Darum Records copy, because I've seen some more recent reissues of this record that does not have the Darum label on it. So, yeah. So, Days of Future Past, Moody Blues. Where'd I go? Okay, my last purchase. Okay, so So I have some records that are currently on pre-order. I'm still waiting on them. Some stuff from like Epica, Blind Guardian, and I have a couple records that are currently on shipment, like Dark Angel. But the latest one that I have gotten into my hands, I picked up just yesterday. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. See, like I mentioned in my last video, I was an ABBA fan back in my youth, and right now I'm working on filling out my ABBA collection, so I picked this one up just yesterday. Yep, Voulez-Vous. Aha! Okay, an album they don't get. Okay, so this is something where an album that may not have been well received, but you like it, or you're into it. Now this is the this was the toughest one for me to come up with, because like I have my musical taste. I'm a metalhead, even though I do have a few other genres in here, but obviously metal is not everyone's cup of tea. But at the same time, my musical taste is not so fringe or so hipsterish that I seek out albums that that aren't very good or that aren't well received. Either an album kicks ass or an album sucks ass. Okay, I get it. The best I could come up with is this Dream Theater, The Astonishing. Now, this is an album that has been fairly polarized. Either people love it or people hate it. Personally, for me, it is my least favorite Dream Theater album. Not because it sucks, but because it does not come across as a true Dream Theater album. This is another double disc concept album, and this is a 2 full double disc record CD here. It's about 130 minutes or so, which means you have to plan your whole day to listen to it. So I have not been able to embrace this album like most of my other Dream Theater albums. That said, it doesn't suck. It's just a difficult listen, difficult album to embrace. But that's my album. That's my answer for this category. So, there you go. Okay, a punk album. Now, I'm not a punkhead, although I do like the Ramones, I do like the Clash, there as far as what I hear on the radio. Obviously, I don't go out and buy punk albums. However, I did sign up for VNYL, the subscription service. I've seen a lot of those unboxing videos, and it seems like they have their clientele, their core clientele, which is the young millennials into like indie music. So I wanted to see if they could cater my taste, and so what they wind up sending me is, this is one of the albums that they sent me. This is Obliterations, Poison Everything, and this is a hardcore punk band. I did not like this. It was just complete noise to me. To my ears, it was complete noise. This is an album that I am likely going to unload somewhere along the line. But this is my my punk album. Okay, so, and the last is your favorite 2020 reissue. And I have a couple here. This is the band called Leprous. This is The Congregation and Cole, right there. So this is a prog metal band, but they're kind of like post metal almost. This, I mean, not it's like nothing I've ever heard before. They have a unique sound, but these are a couple of their previous albums that were re-released this past year. So yeah, that's my pick, Leprous. Okay, so that is my 2021 vinyl tag. I thank you for sitting in, listening to this, and hopefully maybe I'll get around to posting another video. If you have any ideas of any new types of videos you'd like to see from me, you can go and post in the comments, and I'll see about trying to make another video, hopefully. But in the meantime, thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.